For me, Motorola is not just a regular smartphone brand. After all, Motorola was my first smartphone which I bought, and here I have the Motorola One review 6 months later. Let's see how it aged. If you are considering to buy Motorola One as new device, on contract, or even used, this is a long-term review which you need to watch. Design is unique on its own way, with nearly 80% of screen-to-body ratio, and screen unit itself is IPS panel 5.9 inches 1020 by 1520 pixels, 19:9 aspect ratio, but unskilled eye will think that it is AMOLED screen because yes, it is that much good. Beautiful colors, deep black overall, one of the best non-AMOLED screens I've seen. Few more words about Motorola's unique design approach on One. First thing which you will notice is fingerprint sensor which has beautiful Motorola sign, and dual camera setup isn't just copying Apple's design, there are just two discrete circles and I like this approach. One thing which you will notice is that even after 6 months of usage there aren't significant signs of wear on Motorola One. Yes, case was constantly on, but still the screen is 100% scratch-free, at least from those visible scratches. When you hold Motorola One in the hand, some will say that it is slippery, but for me it felt just fine. Though I have big hands, I love how my hand wrapped all over it, and everything was easy to reach. Under the beautiful screen we have now a oldish Snapdragon 625. In its defense, it is power efficient, but you might find better chipset for this price, which is around 200 euros. But can you find a brand name as Motorola? This good screen, Android One and everything else on top of it? Well, I doubt. Let's dig deeper. 4GB of RAM and 64GB of ROM is on board, but Motorola One can accept microSD card and 2 nano SIM cards, which is superb thing to have if you need a lot of storage. On top of all this, you get Android 9 Pie, pure and clean. You know what, Snapdragon 625 isn't fastest or newest, but all these combined just works as it should. Yes, you can't expect to have that snappiness like on flagship chipset, but what you will get is consistency, and that is really good thing. Gamers also should consider Motorola One because it manages to run most demanding games fluently. And with 64GB of ROM, which is expandable, you get a lot of flexibility to install multiple games without fear to run out of memory. One thing which impressed me is sound output. Yes, it is 3.5mm and it is really loud and clear, just beautiful for every music lover. Loudspeaker is really loud and a little bit muffled, but there is no distortion at all. Things don't stop here. I was kinda of skeptical about camera performance, and on Motorola One you kinda of get a complete package. Back shooter features normal 13MP f2 camera with secondary as depth sensor. From this combo you can get impressive results for this price range. Still photos are vivid and full of details. During the day you get really beautiful photos. In low light situation, Motorola One manages to produce decent shots which are more than usable. Portrait mode is working very well. Algorithm is doing its job pretty well and end results are quite good, as you can see. Though for more natural look, use lower amount of bokeh effect, because on highest level it looks unnatural. Videos can be shot in 1080p at 30fps and 60fps, or 4K at 30fps. Keep in mind that electronic image stabilization is available just in 30fps mode. Video quality is really good, with fast and consistent autofocus. I personally expected mediocre front camera performance, but luckily I was wrong. Selfie shoots are beautiful. Motorola One has 3000 mAh battery and it supports a quick charge. What does this mean in real life is that, believe it or not, but not demanding user can easily get 2 full days of usage from Motorola One, and you can get enough charge in 30 minutes for one to last you a day. Motorola definitely is hitting right spot with Motorola One. They balance it well with not too much sacrifices, and when I say this, I think that all plastic build is not that much a big deal really, because Motorola One looks really good in person and it feels great in the hand. Mostly important, its performance is above expectations and consistent, which is important part in overall picture. I kept writing this review with particular kind of people in mind. If you are in situation that you are considering to buy Motorola One on contract or for money in shop, or even better, as used device, which is probably the best purchase you can get, I would recommend you to do it, because if you don't want to buy Xiaomi, which has A2 Lite, let's say, or A2, Motorola One is a logical choice to pick. I hope this review helped you, but did you know that you can help me? Click subscribe button and turn on bell icon for instant new video updates, and until next time, see ya!